Joe. How are you?
How are you?
You always talk about the Stay Ready group, how they're always, behind the scenes, ready to go whenever the number's called. To see them get in the game and do all the little things too, like Jaden Springer making that extra pass, Xavier Tillman on the perimeter.
O'Shea's offensive rebounding.
Yeah, like
Speed.
What does it say about those guys that they're not only ready to just play the minutes, but do all those little things?
They take their job serious. They're professionals, and they understand that the work that they do prepares them for situations. And I think it's important throughout the season when you have moments to put them in the game and trust them that you do it, because it validates the work, it validates who they are as players, and so it's a credit to them and to the staff. But regardless of who's in the game, guys play at a high level of physicality, high level of execution. So it's because of the work they put in, and it's because of the staff.
And then what are some of your conversations like with them behind the scenes? Are they coming to you saying, like, what can I do? Like, what do you want me doing if I get a chance to get out there? Like, what are those like?
Yeah, I mean, just in constant conversation with them. We try to treat them just like we do anyone else. They all get the same reps. If we're in an optional day, we're on the court with them. It's just, they're just like everybody else. So we're in constant communication. Sometimes it's about when the next opportunity they're going to get, what it's going to look like. Could be working on something today that we could see 5 games from now. So we're just kind of constantly finding small ways to improve, to get them better, but also stay sharp on the fundamentals.
Joe, Derrick had quite the hunt for that last assist there for the triple-double. Did you drop a play for him in that timeout to make sure he got that last one? And just how was that how was it for the team watching him get the triple-double?
Yeah, it was great. So, we went to just an off-ball action, and Peyton did a great job. If not, Peyton and Svi did a great job of reading the screen and popping out and making a shot, and just put him in position to try to get that. And, it's great for him. I'm happy for him. He's continuing to grow as a two-way player on both sides of the ball. I don't know how many blocks he had or steals, but so the triple-double kind of, it's an example of who he is as a player, but it doesn't show how great he is on both ends of the floor,
Joe, you went with Luke in the starting lineup with Kristaps. Some interesting combinations throughout the course of this game. What kind of luxury is it to have this much time left in the regular season, knowing that, you still have a few more games to win, to lock things up, but you have these opportunities to maybe, for lack of a better term, experiment a little bit more. What kind of luxury is that for you?
Yeah, they're not – I don't really consider it an experiment. It's like, hey, these are opportunities that we have to be in case we need them for whatever reason, and finding those different ways. But I think the thing that these guys do is, regardless of who's in, they're quickly understanding on both ends of the floor, like what are the matchups, what are the coverages, what are we in, what are we attacking, and they do a great job of getting organized as far as that. So each guy's learning how to play with different lineups, and it's allowing us to go down the path of different things that we need to have ready for different situations. So, I think we're grateful for that, and the guys do a good job of kind of adapting to that,
What's the coaching challenge for you guys to try to kind of help that along with the combinations that you might not have seen throughout the course of the regular season?
Yeah, the challenge is easier because the guys play hard, and they work hard, and they're smart, and they take care of their craft. So the challenge is a little bit easier because whoever you go with, you kind of trust that you're going to get exactly, what you're getting no matter who's in the game. So that makes our job much easier, and it's a credit to them. So it's not, other than that, it's really just fun. It's fun to find different formations, different spacings, different things that you can go to get guys the ball where we need to get to. So I think that's probably the most fun part about it.
Joe, just following up on Krause's first question on the double bigs, just, what dynamic is it, does having Kristaps and Luke out there bring? How do they play together?
They do. All of our bigs have to be versatile defensively, having different defensive coverages, and they got to be versatile in where they are on the floor offensively. So they're all extremely smart in learning how to play there. So in that particular Luke KP, they do a great job getting to the spacing that they need to get to. But we've been playing much more double big because of the guys that we have the ability to navigate that with their other matchup and kind of take advantage of it on both ends. It's important.
Thanks.
You guys change up your defensive coverages a lot, frequently, sometimes go back and forth, and sometimes offenses seem like they're trying to attack the last coverage you're in and they're kind of behind. So how important is it to be able to change up that quickly?
That's really important, and credit to the guys for just listening and having the communication. So that was one of the reasons why you bring X along a little bit slower, just getting used to those. That's a situation there where you don't want to put him in a difficult spot, considering all the variables that are going on every other possession. And he's done a great job working to kind of understand those variables and has taken ownership of the communication. But that's why the big versatility is super important, because of our ability to change and kind of be able to do it on the fly. And the guys do a great job of communicating that.
Joey, for Portuguese press, tell us about Nemi. Do you like,
like
the
Nemi.
way they work?
Uh,
You work?
You know, the season's so long. We're all talking about, you know, the Stay Ready group, but everybody forgets that. I mean, that there was a whole stretch during the season where he was playing significant minutes and he won games for us. I think it was the Kings game that started on that road trip, and so because the season is so long, you lose a little bit of that. And so he did a great job stepping in at that stretch of the season and picking up exactly where we left off. And he brings it every day and has his level of patience and understand, you know, that his time is going to come. But can't have people forget what he did for us earlier in the year.
Joe, the season kind of gets deeper and deeper. As a coach, are you changing your routines at all of how you prepare, prepare game plans, or are you kind of sticking with what you did earlier in the season because it's been so effective?
No, I mean, it just remains the same. You try to get to the most important things as efficient and quickly as possible. You just stick to those. And then if an opportunity or a problem presents itself, you kind of just adjust accordingly. But it's same thing.
And can motivation be an issue at this late in the season with not you, but just the team, and kind of it gets monotonous to blow teams out? I mean, are you having to push guys, or is there anything different you do, or are the guys just so self-motivated now?
No, I mean, they're self-motivated. I think if you want to get to the level you want to get to, you know, there's times for short-term motivational pockets. But the greatest strength of this team is the locker room and their character and the way that they play. And we've had very few of those this year. And no, I mean, I don't have to do anything to motivate them. They do it on their own.
Final question, Carr.
Joe first came back for KP. Just are you guys being kind of careful with him, or is he just full go?
No, I mean, he played the minutes that he needed to play. Came out good. Talked to him after the game. But, you know, it didn't look like he missed too much of a beat on either end of the floor. So it's good to see, even with some of that time off, he can kind of continue that rhythm, you know.